Welcome to the fifth installment of the Motivate This series, a series where I share life tips from my daughter in my no-holds-barred kind of way, and you get to listen in. Today's tip is you are never alone. I thought this would be a real super quick video, but the more and more I got into it, I saw how deep it was. Now, you're never alone unless you want to be. There are literally thousands of people out there willing to help you in every facet of your life. For projects, I like to use Fiverr.com. I've used websites like that for many years to do all sorts of different projects. For example, all the thumbnails on this channel. I try to outsource as much as possible. That way I could devote my time and effort to things that I actually enjoy to do and I'm pretty good at. Now, I've been very fortunate along the way to have mentors. Dozens and dozens of mentors. The one that comes to mind the most, though, has to be Fred Gleek. This guy, through his books and courses in New York City and his CDs, taught me information marketing, public relations, and how to publish a book. He's actually the author of a dozen books himself. That brings me to an important point. Don't seek mentorship from someone that isn't good at that particular facet of life. For example, I would not be asking my broke brother-in-law for financial advice. You get the idea. Now, in terms of never being alone, I gotta talk about having a partner. You need to be very cautious when choosing a spouse. Do not settle for just anyone because most marriages fail. The most important thing is that the person is supportive, meaning they also work to financially support the household and they do chores without being harassed, just doing it on their own volition. It's also very important that the two of you are on the same page when it comes to the big three: religion, politics, and finances. The three things that people say you should never talk about. Now, as for me and Cartoon Wife, when it comes to religion, we're both pretty much atheists. When it comes to politics, she's very lefty, and I'm a former Republican, now independent, but I have very left views on a lot of things. And lastly, in terms of finances, we're both against using credit cards. The number one reason why marriages fail is due to money arguments. And it's not about arguing what to do with the extra money left over at the end of every month. You do not need someone to complete you. You could be completely self-sufficient. And if you're lonely, hang out with your friends or family. I would not recommend getting a dog though, because they're a pain in the ass. You got to make sure their shots are up to date if you want to get them boarded or groomed. And it's just not worth it in my opinion. Once Ricky and Rocco are gone, we are done with pets in my household. We're going to have Sour Patch though, the cat, for a little while. Now this is going to sound like I'm talking out both sides of my mouth. But life is better with a partner that complements you and has your back. Meaning, they're good at things you're not so good at, vice versa. And it's nice to have someone that you can depend on when life happens. It just takes one person to change your life, for the better or for the worse. There's a saying from a Taylor Swift song that goes, "Play stupid games, win stupid prizes." If you hang out with garbage things are gonna happen as a result. In terms of breakups, it's better to have loved and lost than to never have loved at all. I think Shakespeare said that. People are gonna come into your life and leave for various reasons. Now, I'm on my second marriage now. Is it perfect? No. But it's much better than my first marriage. My first wife didn't cook, didn't clean, and refused to work a full-time job. She wasn't a team player at all. And in fact, she discouraged me from expressing myself. For example, she did not want me to get any tattoos. She did not want me to grow a beard. She did not want me to shave my head. Now, when I first moved to Arizona and I started my search for a girlfriend, I used a website called Match.com. Very long story short, I found a creative way to expedite the process. What did I do? I created a form letter and I then hired someone to professionally write my profile on the site. I then took the time to specify exactly what it was that I was looking for. Okay, non-smoker, no kids, blah, blah, blah. Lastly, I hired someone in India to reach out to 50 women per day by sending them that form letter. So using this process is how I eventually met Cartoon Wife. And I actually wrote an ebook about it called 1,000 Women in 30 Days, available on Amazon.com. It's the true story as to how I met Cartoon Wife. Now, I'm all about feng shui. I have a consultant come to the house each year to tell us what we need to change for the upcoming Chinese New Year. Now, could I read a dozen books myself and learn all this and not have to pay the money to hire someone to come in? Yeah, but I have no interest in learning all that and spending all that time invested. I'd rather just pay someone to come here and them use their years of experience. I just ordered a cologne called Money. I'm all about feng shui, and I believe that if you put it out there that you want X, Y, and Z will come to you, but it's not magic. Yes, part of it's the law of attraction, but part of it's also getting your hands a little dirty and doing some work, There's a saying, the rich become richer, because they figured it out. They know how the system works. Now, money does not buy happiness, but it does buy options. I've been dead broke, and I've had money, and having money is much better. My kid is an only child, and whenever she spends way too much time with her cousins, she's glad she's an only child, doesn't have a sibling. So there you have it. You're never alone unless you want to be. Please like, subscribe, yada yada. Till next time.